Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Snack Time with Chip. I'm Chip, and I hope you enjoyed this next tutorial in my Palette of the Week series, so let's just get started. But before we start, if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by, and before you leave, please don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below, and you'll be notified on all future Palette of the Week videos and anything else that I post to my channel. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for your support, and I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. I am actually loving this idea of going back to all of my old palettes and just bringing a look every week. So this week we are using the Tarte and Swamp Queen kind of collaboration. This is the Tarte Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. This was just like all the hype and the rave when it first came out, and I remember my friend and I actually parked in front of Ulta for hours just waiting to purchase this palette. We got into Ulta and it wasn't going to be released that day. It was actually going to be released the next day. So we were like, we just spent 3 hours in a car for what? But anyways, ended up purchasing it online and we got it, loved it, and it's just been sitting in my drawer, so I was like, perfect palette for the number 2 look. So I created this halo kind of look with this palette, and what I love about this palette, not only the mirror size, but this is kind of a one-stop shop almost palette. Almost. The only thing I would say, I would wish that there was a transition color in this palette. I had to actually use my MAC brown script only because everything in here I just couldn't use as a transition color. Now if you're lighter than me, then yes, the color Natural Peaches would be a great transition color, but if you're me or darker, kind of got to dip into something else. But yeah, other than that, this is a cute palette for traveling on the go, so let's just get started with this look. So for this halo look, the darker shade that I used is called Man Cat, and it's just the last purple in the palette, and it swatches on my hand. There is fallout in this palette, by the way. It swatches on my hand as a very nice dark plum, but not too dark. So I definitely had to build this up. When I do halo looks, I like to make the outer corners and inner corners of my eye very dark compared to the center. So with this color, I definitely had to build it up, but it does blend out seamlessly. So nice. Placed this on my outer and inner corner of my eye, blended it out, and then connected it within my eyelid, and came out with this really nice purple look. And definitely, if you didn't want to do a halo, you could just put this purple all over your lid and it would be a really nice smoky eye. So this palette does have versatility on looks. And then for the inner center portion of my eye, I use the color Uncommon, which is right beside that purple shade. And what I was looking for is a nice like shimmery center. Now this swatches like such a pretty shimmer center color, but when I put it on my eyelid, granted I am using the Urban Decay eye primer, but when I put it on my eyelid, it just didn't pop what I was wanting. I wanted something like that would just like pop out. So because of that, I went in with Gator Wings, which is the highlighter shade in this palette. and I just topped Gator Wings on top of Uncommon, and that gave me that like pop of color that I was looking for. But yeah, Gator Wings is just a lovely highlighter shade. And then for the inner corner of my eye, just to highlight it, I used the color Haunting. Right there is Haunting. And yeah, so for this look, I basically used the brush fell. I basically used the 3 purples and that 1 highlighter shade. And I also dipped into the blush that's called Does This Thing Really Work? Which is what she says in all of her Does This Thing Really Work videos, which is totally cute to put on your palette. So yeah, I used that as a blush, and it came out really nice on my skin tone, not overbearing, and it just blended in nicely. So using this palette, I was able to create this halo look. I do enjoy it. I do not like this hair curly though. I'm going to straighten it. But yeah, if you are interested in anything else with this palette, let me know. But I really did like playing around with it and dipping back into it. And again, this is the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette with Tarte. And yeah, if you have any other questions or any other recommendations, let me know. And I will see you guys in my next palette of the week look. Have a great weekend. Bye.